Oh wait, that was bad. What was it? Hold on. What's up? Johnny Maggot. And we're on to play Pittsburgh this week. In the New England College franchise, whatever you want to call it. Man, I gotta come up with a catchy name for this. Like, what the heck? Anyways, figure I'm gonna try to get one of these in a day. I'm gonna fail some days. That's okay. But I'm gonna try. There may be times I fail 2 days in a row. That might suck. But we're setting a goal. Actually, we're setting few goals for the weekly team goals. And yeah. Start the training. Hit the button. Okay, there we go. Barely beat Miami last week. Yikes. Don't think we have any injuries. Huh. Yeah, play the game. Yeah, that makes sense. Froze up there for a second. Sorry about that. This is the New England only. Do not have a fast quarterback in this on this team. Actually, I do have a fast-ish quarterback, but he's not every down ready yet. Let's just say that. Yeah.
Today, from Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, it's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
These things are fun to watch sometimes.
Mitchell Trubisky and the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Matt Ryan and the New England Patriots.
But not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here
Really is a
between the
stadium.
New England Patriots and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
They did a good job in Pittsburgh. It sickens me because I'm a New England fan, but
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And the offense last week, they had things
oh
humming.
shit, that's right. My kicker
player, you
can't
may
kick.
get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And they'll be set up pretty nicely.
All right,
here
that's pretty good field position for us.
Here come the Steelers for the first time in this game with their free agent signing at quarterback, the former #2 overall pick, Mitchell Trubisky.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trubisky going to look to throw right away. And incomplete to open things up. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll get this one out to about the 39 here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Pats, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And that one goes in.
Ooh, you can't even put that one on Trubisky. That's
one
a
he
receiver.
Definitely normally catches. 4th down. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. This is taken at the 23. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Patriots take over. So now we'll get a look at the
what
other
school that guy
offensive
comes
unit
out of,
as
but
they
it's-
come out for their first possession. Bringing him out, the 3rd overall pick from way back in 2008, a guy now in his 15th NFL season, Matt Ryan.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And
I could have run that better.
Up close to the 40. The numbers for him from a week ago. 18 carries, 98 yards, and a score.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
He'll buy some time right. That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond.
There you go.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Damn. Can't afford injuries.
So not quite a 1st and goal.
Especially not
1st and 10
line.
from the 10. This is Dillon on the counter.
Yeah.
Defensive play makes a huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. That's Isabella open on the right side. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
Well.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the off season, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he is in. Touchdown, New England.
Harvard.
Kyle Juszczyk. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Patriots get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
Yep.
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they
I'm
all
gonna
have
make
those
one of
types
these
of goals.
this
They all
season.
have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Now he's back out there.
If I had that accuracy on that last kick.
Maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Foyesade Aluakin coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
On second down, this is Harris.
Nice.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on.
That's not
defenses
good.
to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals.
I remember
Maybe
that I had used check in that
they can figure out
formation,
what the
not
quarterback's
Dylan.
doing just by his movements.
On 2nd and 15 now. Ryan gets this one to use check. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing middle, and it's complete.
Okay.
They'll get it down at about the 37.
They punt, they get 5 yards.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion.
My guy can't even punch back.
It's interesting because when I'm watching
guy
college
can't
football
punt
and
a
I'm
touchback
evaluating guys for the draft now,
if he tried.
my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Missing a field goal.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
With missing a field goal, yeah.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now Trubisky lost the football, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Harris running straight ahead. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Trying to pick it up
Oh,
on the
I
ground
ran
with
right into
Harris.
the line of scrimmage.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Oh, that sucks.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. So the Patriots coming out now. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Ryan. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not.
I do not want to bring the punter up.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
4th down. Here's Ryan.
Oh.
It's incomplete. They cannot convert.
That sucks.
They turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Now a 1st down carry for Harris.
Oh, that sucks too.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Are we gonna hold him to 3 here?
Rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be.
And he's just gonna fall in
for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
Okay, this could turn into a shootout, and that could be a bad thing.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Well, that drive started.
Actually, the way that they're scoring, I hope it's a shootout because
plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later.
my scoring's not doing so well.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Pats at the line, ready to go. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
Does know who I have as a punter, right?
3 yards
the ball wouldn't have been until the line of scrimmage.
Now it's Ryan. He's going to find his tight end. That's Hunter Long. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Yeah, I have Ricard on the bench instead.
Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck.
Matty Ryan, that could have been dangerous.
Now for 3rd.
Could have been
Certainly
very
not the way they
dangerous.
drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Oh, that's right, I don't have a bunch in this playbook. The lie I don't have in this playbook.
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
First man through. It's the fullback use check. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's the pickup you want on 1st down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on 1st down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
Right back to use check again. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play. Who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you've got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong. They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
On 4th down, Ryan.
Damn.
Hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to
My
the
kicker
turf.
can't make that.
Incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Najee Harris is just killing me.
40 to the 41. 58 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Again, Najee Harris.
First down as the tackle's going to be made.
And again, that was my guy that I
line.
let go.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
This is Harris on the draw.
Oh, okay.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Just don't.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
Week 2 underway around the NFL, and a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener, the 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Oh, there we go.
For it, and this is caught. What
there
a
we go.
catch. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Another carry here for the fullback Juszczyk. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line. From the 24, Ryan. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
There we go. Get out of bounds.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. From the gun, it's Ryan. Forced out to his left.
Oh,
you saw that one coming.
too much running and
throwing back across his body. It
became clear what I was doing.
Who picks it. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 15. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
I win this one.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Trubisky. Being chased out left. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Trubisky. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row, and now a pickup of 8. Second and 2. Now it's Trubisky. Again, it's Johnson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit.
Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Tom Brady can come back 25 points against Matt Ryan. Oh, no, Matt Ryan's on my team now.
Shit, Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
He's going to rifle one deep outside. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Some yards.
Pretty good play by both the thrower and the catcher there, Charles. 3rd down, showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And what I liked about the play was his receiver's understanding that everything wasn't on time back in the pocket. Rhythm was off a little bit. He adjusted as well and gave them a chance to complete that play.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Okay.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Got his tight end. That's complete. It's long. Touchdown, Patriots.
Touchdown for long.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Patriots have got it back to within a score.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
To throw forward is Ryan.
Nope, that's bad.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. And one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They were winners last week against Cincinnati, and right now they are in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Trubisky, and now a fumble.
There we go.
Ball's out, and it's picked up by the Patriots.
I hope that stands.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always
that should
preaching
stand.
ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Dillon now on 1st and 10, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Ooh,
He
that's
is out of
tough.
bounds inside
Maybe
the
2 steps
35.
out.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards,
Whatever.
1st down. Dillon up the middle. Taken down at the 30.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On second down, another run for Dillon. About 3 yards there to the 27.
3 yards of carry, I'm not going to be
Just
upset.
not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. In lieu of the sneak on 4th and inches, they just say, give it to the big man in the backfield.
Yeah, fullback no less. Not many of those left in the NFL, but for those that have one, perfect time to use them, perfect time to get it done.
Meanwhile, Ryan's throw complete there to Smith. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on second down. Ryan, and he's got it. And the Patriots are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan.
No, that's
and he's going to be intercepted
off
for the 3rd
by a
time
lot.
thus far. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. Trubisky's throw complete there to Johnson. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. They hand this off to Harris.
fucking Najee Harris, man, kicking my ass.
Shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 24, Trubisky. Quick completion here to Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
We need a stop.
And they're not going to get to
Give
the
them a
line
field
to
goal
run
at
another
most, but then
play.
we
So
have to get a
will
2-point
switch
conversion.
as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On the give, this is Harris. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Trubisky will throw. And that is incomplete.
There we go. That's helpful.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
Still
and it
have
will be
tons
1st
of
and 10
time.
as they take over. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Oh, that's right. I'm throwing out shitty receivers.
The safety Terrell Edmonds picks it, and he brings this one back.
That sucks.
6 for a Steeler touchdown. For the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Scoring
New
quick
England
with
trying to get a
Matt
place
Ryan
on offense. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Back to the air, Ryan after the pick 6.
That was a stupid throw.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's all my fault. Let's that's helpful.
About it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah,
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Oh.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
No, he decided to stop right next to the defender rather than...
Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down.
Yeah, that's
another interception. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And the return will stop right around the 25. A give to Harris. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Get there. Get there.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
When you press triangle to try to play the ball and you play the receiver.
In the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
And caught in the
Najee Harris again.
Steelers. Najee Harris with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will make this a 19-point game. They had the short field and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Taking it about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Come on, guys. Score
New
for
England's
pride, I
offense
guess.
set to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again is Ryan. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Tyson Alualu gets in there and drops him.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That ball complete to Isabella. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Pitch and catch there good for 13, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call
the first.
You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. And he's got it down to the 28. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go play action with Ryan. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Play action, Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Play action. It's Ryan. He will find his tight end Smith for a Patriot touchdown. Jeff Smith, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And
now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays.
Let's try an onside kick.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back.
Oh, we touched it first.
They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And down inside
The answer is no, you cannot wait for 10 yards.
73 yards on the ground for him so far. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Now Trubisky to throw. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he will
oh, come on. You can't give that to him.
They're able to get the third down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out.
Yeah, we're just going to let this game end. All right.
But Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
We sucked.
Like every offseason, every preseason,
so
the head
bad.
coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for the
Take it into
Steelers,
next
it's
week.
a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for New England, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL.
Well, that game sucked. Then again, if I had kickers, I don't think that would have been as much of a problem. Because those deep in my own possession territory, I was just punted. Baltimore next week. Have to make some adjustments for Lamar Jackson. Alright. And that'll do it till next time. Peace.